here we are in the Halloween budget for the party, and you'll notice I've got 20 guests coming, and my budget was $250. So I went through the list and I found my food and beverages, my decorations and costumes, and activity and games. These two you have to use from the sheets that I gave you. You can use any activities or games. I would do that last because you have requirements for decorations and for food and beverages and costumes. Okay, so I went through, and now I have to calculate the cost of all these things. So I'm going to say 2 times $7.99 it would be $15.98, but I want a formula in there so that the spreadsheet, the calculator, will do it for me. So I'm going to click in this cell, okay, under cost, and I'm going to type in an equal sign. You always need an equal sign at the beginning of a formula. If it doesn't work, check to see if you have the equal sign. So it's got the equals, and then I'm going to say 2. And I clicked on that cell because I want that cell times this cell, and I'm going to put a star in, the one that's above the 8, little asterisk there, and I'm going to click this. So I want this times this, and it gave it to me. I'm going to hit enter and see if it did it. It did. So I could continue to do that for every single one, but it's so much easier if you just select all of them and hit Control D to fill down. There they are. Now we're going to make the subtotal. So the subtotal is all of these added together. So I'm going to select all of them, and instead of putting in a formula, this is an easy one. I'm going to come up here to the functions, click the first one that's sum, and I'm going to hit enter, and that's the sum. Now I have to do tax, and tax is different for different items. We're going to use 5.75 because that's the general tax in Ohio. So for tax, I'm going to put a formula in there. So I'm going to put an equal sign. Whoops. An equal sign. You can see it's up there, and I'm going to say this cell times, so it's D18 times, and that's a percentage, so we're going to put 0.0575. That is the decimal for 5.75%. So, and then I'm going to hit enter, and there it is. That's my tax, and then I need the total. So I'm going to select these two because I want the subtotal plus the tax is the total. I'll come up here and do the sum and hit enter, and there you go. So let's try this. So I'm going to go, this one times this one is the cost. So if I go here and I put the equal sign, and I do this one, and then star, and then I do this one. If I click off or hit enter, it'll come up. So I'm going to, instead of doing it for every single one, I'm going to do a fill down, Control D. Then I need to find the subtotal. So I'm going to select all of those and come up and do the sum and hit enter. There it is. Now less 20% discount. So less 20% discount actually means I'm paying 80% of it. So I'm going to click here, and I'm going to pay 80% of this. So, well, let me click back in there. I'm going to put an equal sign, and then I'm going to take this, so it's I-14 times, which is the multiplication, times 0.8, because we're paying only 80%. So that's how you would do, or we're paying less 20%, we're paying 80%. Then I would hit enter. That's how much we're actually paying. So that's what we're going to make our taxes on. So our taxes, we're going to put a formula in here. So once again, we have to do equal. And we're going to say this one times, and if you remember, it's whoops, I hit something too wrong. It's 0.0575. I'm going to hit enter, and that's it. And now I need my total. I'm going to take not the subtotal, but I'm going to take the discounted total and the tax and sum and hit enter. There you go. We got one more to do. We're going to do another formula. So we'll put equals, and you probably already know what to do. We're going to take 3, which is it's that cell. I just clicked in it, and then star for time, this cell, and I'm going to hit enter. Now, if I click here and select all and hit Control D as in dog on the, it will come out like that. It just selected down. Now I need the subtotal and sum. Oops, I didn't click what I needed for sum. Okay, then the tax, I need to take this times 0.0575. So I'm going to go equals, and I'm going to go here. Whoops, wrong one. No, I'm going to go here and multiply it. So it's the star, the asterisk, 0.0575, and hit enter, and that's my tax. Now I need the whole total, so I'm going to select these two and hit sum and hit enter, and there we've got it. But my Halloween party total, I need it over here. So I'm going to say I will do this one. I got to put in an equal sign because it's a formula. I'm going to take this one plus, so I'll put a plus sign, plus this one plus this one. And this should be my total. So I'm going to hit enter, and it did it. Now I'll be looking for formulas. You can't do this with a calculator and just put it in. So I need to see those kinds of formulas. Now, if you don't have the dollar signs for the costs, what you need to do is click this to format it as currency. And so if you just select them all, it will make them all currency. Okay, if it's not there, format as currency, you can go up to the format and go down and currency, accounting or currency. But currency, it'll make it'll make the dollar sign. So good luck to you, and I hope you plan a fabulous party within your budget. You have to be $5 below or $5 above, or right on the money, but you have to come that close.